welcome to Secondhand Blasters. This is Normatico, and next to me is G-Rex, and tonight we're going to actually be doing something a little bit different. We are going to be reviewing two of the same blaster. I'm talking about the Nerf Rival Pathfinder and the Nerf Rival Pathfinder Advanced Pathfinder? Super Pathfinder? Pathfinder Ultra, well, whatever. I'm going to have to come up with a creative name for this one. This one actually has been modded with the K25 spring, and we are going to be reviewing whether or not it's actually worth it to make that modification, because it is a pretty beefy upgrade, I would say. Let's go ahead and start with Pathfinder. G-Rex, hold that up. So the Pathfinder, it is a pull action blaster, so you actually pull to prime that. That loads up the rival ball, and it just pushes right out. It is primed and ready to go. So you are going to go ahead and see the chrono of this one, and you will see how that performs. Now, the Pathfinder Advanced, it is the same thing. It is a much tighter pull, so you are going to get your arm workout with the K25 spring. And other than that, it is pretty much identical. Let me go ahead and actually remove this so it doesn't bang against my table here. So we do have the targeting sights. This is part of the Rival new targeting system. It is adjustable with this notch here that moves it left to right, and this one that brings it up and down respectively. So it does claim to be the most accurate Rival system ever. Whether or not that's true, I'll let you determine that. You do actually have this really cool, not actual fiber optic, but it does actually capture that light, so it gives it a really cool little green glow in the sunlight. It doesn't really do much at nighttime. So yeah, you know, it does come with the magazine. I believe this one is one of the 12 rounds. G-Rex actually has a 8-round magazine, and it loads up pretty simple. There are modifications out there where you can actually adjust the actual physical shell itself to make it feed mini darts. I'm kind of fond of the Rival bullets as well, so I should say the Rival balls, Accu rounds, whatever. So, you know, it's kind of fun to actually watch those sail off at the speed that they sail off at. It does have a non-adjustable stock, so, you know, you do kind of have to actually hold this up. You do chicken wing a little bit if you're an adult. As a child, not so much. I do wish that the stock actually did extend. Now, one thing I will tell you, you do have a priming indicator here. Once you see that orange, that means that the blaster is primed and ready to fire. Modding this, there are plenty of mods out there. Not only can you do the K25 spring, if you want to do something that's like an 18 kilogram spring, you can go ahead and actually find those off Etsy easily or hit up Out of Darts. I'm sure they have something there. You can also find modifications for the actual handle here. I would recommend doing that, if only just getting a piece of grip tape, because this is super smooth plastic, which when you have a heavy spring, it can cause your hand to slip on here and make it hard to prime. So I will probably be doing that later on, not gonna lie. I'm also probably going to end up having to maybe paint one of these blasters so I can differentiate between the two, kind of like what I did with my Pilot and my Fate, because, yeah, they are not the easiest primes. So G-Rex can actually prime that blaster. Let me see if we can, as you can see, that's pretty loud. Let's go ahead and trade off here. Can you prime that one? He's struggling with it, as you can see. He can, but it took about maybe 4 to 5 seconds to prime it, so that is not the easiest prime. You know, even for an adult male, you know, my hand slipped just like that. I gotta brace myself just to pull that, so it is not the easiest prime, like I said, with the K25. But the question is it worth the gains that you get performance-wise? We're going to go ahead and actually take you out to the chrono and out to the range, where I'm going to go ahead and put the Advanced Pathfinder on the range. The Standard Pathfinder, I'm not going to go ahead and do that, because I can tell you right now that the range is about 90 feet. I've actually shot this blaster before, and it gets a pretty good range. It's Standard Rival. So go ahead and actually just stay tuned, and we are going to go out to the range and the chrono up next, and then I'll be back with my final thoughts. inside of Casa Normatico, and I am with the Advanced Pathfinder, Pathfinder Advanced Ultra Pathfinder. I'm still trying to figure out a good name for this one. I'm actually going to test the accuracy. They boast that with the AccuRounds, this is the most accurate rival blasters ever. This particular series, not just the Pathfinder. So I'm actually going to be shooting in between those two doors. This is going to be my target area. We're going to see how many of this entire magazine I can actually unload there. That is approximately 24 feet away from the camera, so I'm going to step behind there, make it a cool 25, and see how accurate this is. So here was what I was able to notice using the Nerf brand Rival rounds. They are pretty accurate. However, the aftermarket ones were the ones that veered off a little bit. One of them actually veered significantly to my left. So I would say that this definitely does work. The aftermarket AccuRounds, not so much, but still fun to shoot. Up next, my Okay, so I am actually now out on the range. It is a windy, sunny day here in Ohio. The wind is unfortunately going towards me, so we're gonna be fighting against a headwind here, and I have the Super Pathfinder. I think I'm gonna have to come up with a different name for this. I don't know about Super. So the K25 spring is in here now, and this is a heavy prime, but hopefully we get some heavy range with that. Whoa, Nelly. That was caught by the wind. All right, with a straight shot. I'm gonna actually go stand where they've landed and where they bounced to, so you can get a good judgment on the range. All right, so we were back from the chrono test and the range, and as you can see, the Advanced Pathfinder, it got some pretty good power. Is it worth the effort to upgrade that so you actually have that difficult prime? Look, that is entirely up to you. Some people might have stronger arms than I do, and if they want to go ahead and deal with that, that's fine. Me, personally, I'm okay with that. Only because of the fact that I never go into Nerf wars where it's rapid fire, so it doesn't bother me too much. Again, once I actually modify that priming handle, that should be easy peasy. I might actually do a bullpup action, see if that'll work. You know, or just do some grip tape on there so I can actually just get a better grip so it doesn't have the issue that I had before where my hand just like slipped down off of this smooth plastic. You know, the standard Pathfinder, I'm not gonna lie, if you can find this at Walmart, sometimes they might have it on sale for like as low as $25. I believe that's actually at Target where they have it on sale. I recommend it. You know, even the standard price of $33 is not too bad for a rival blaster. You know, I think that it's a fun blaster to use and definitely something that you can use as a primary in a Nerf war. Regarding the accuracy of it, well, you know, it wasn't caught on video only because, well, I don't want evidence. But G-Rex, you were about, what, 65, 70 feet away from me?
Yeah.
And I bullseyed him right in the butt because he was actually recovering some of the balls from a test where I did outside of our house here. And I just, you know, happened to aim while he was walking, you know, mind you. And the ball just went, boo, and literally hit him right in the bottom. And what did you feel after you got hit from, what was it, 65, 70 feet away roughly? Yeah. How did it feel? What did you say?
Ow.
Now, was that a real ow, or was it a, oh, it just shocked me ow? You tell me.
Shocked me ow.
It shocked you ow. Okay, so it wasn't an actual painful ow. Good, I'm not a horrible parent. Because of that, at least. So at least there's that. With the Advanced Pathfinder, again, you get that range. I do recommend trying to stick with Accu rounds, only because the regular rival rounds, they can be a little bit wonky. They can veer off course every now and then, much like, you know, elite darts. However, for close quarters, you're not going to have to worry about that. When I was doing the range test itself, I noticed that it was a windy day, so they did take flight and actually curve a little bit to the left. So that could be because of the wind, but I find that that's also a constant thing with the rival rounds. I also do notice sometimes that when I actually shoot off of my deck, they can actually start to curve downwards and then level out and go back up a little bit. So that just might be the rival rounds. They are just like golf balls in that sense, where yes, you might be able to hit them straight, but the divots in the ball that cause it to fly as far as they do can also cause it to easily go off course. Now, is it worth it? Heck yeah, it is. Is it fun for an 8-year-old?
Yes.
He's not 8, he's 10, but it is fun for him. Rivals are technically supposed to be 14 and up. G-Rex is an experienced Nerfer. He has gone to events with me before. He has actually helped me to modify some of my blasters, so he does know about safety. He's learned it both the easy way and the hard way.
Yes.
If you are going to let your children play with one of these, I do recommend using some protective eyewear. Would you agree?
Yes.
Okay. I'll tell you about that story another day when I review an Ultra Blaster. Anyways, so that being said, you know what? It's safe to do this one. It says ages 14 and up. If you're going to get this for like a 10-year-old or an 11-year-old, just with supervision. Just put it that way. And don't let them use it on a younger child. Because even with the standard of only getting anywhere between 80 to 90 feet per second, that's still going to sting a little bit.
Yeah.
So, but until next time, thank you so much for watching Secondhand Blasters. Keep on blasting.